Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Timmy Treacle, also known as Horror Fame for Life, and I'm continuing my series of top 10 lists, starting from the year I was born in 1978, leading up to 2018's list. Now, the next year I'm going to be talking about is my top 10 movies of 1999. But before I get to the top 10 list, I have several honorable mentions, and they are Star Wars The Phantom Menace, Carrie 2 The Rage, A General's Daughter, Deep Blue Sea, Life, Varsity Blues, Cruel Intentions, Man on the Moon, Lake Placid, Dogma, and Stir of Echoes. All great movies, just couldn't make my top 10 list. But coming in at number 10 is Toy Story 2. Many consider this to be their favorite of the trilogy. I said the other day when I was talking about the first Toy Story that the third one is my favorite in the trilogy. But this is they're all great movies. I just think they kind of repeated what they did in the first movie. Not entirely, but they took some of the elements from the first movie and transferred it to the next movie. And that was a little bit of a downer for me. But it comes in at number 10. Number 9 is Austin Powers, The Spy Who Shagged Me. Many consider this one to be the best of the franchise. And I would have to agree. I love this movie. We have three different, I call them Austin girls in these movies. Heather Graham, by far, is my favorite. She can't do no wrong, like I said the other day when I was talking about her. And I love her in this movie. And then, of course, you have Mike Myers back. But he is playing not only Austin Powers and Dr. Evil, but now he is playing Fat Bastard. He's added a third person to this movie. And this is what makes these movies great, is his talent for doing the different voices and characters in these movies. And this is just a hilarious movie. Got a lot of great cameos, too. Of course, Seth Green is back as Scotty. And we have Vern Troyer, rest in peace, as Mini-Me. He's fantastic. And this movie's a lot of fun and deserves to be number 9 on my list. Number 8 is American Beauty. This is a movie I just recently watched late last year. Oh, man. Minnie Savari and Kevin Spacey. This is an excellent movie. It did get some recognition with some awards and whatnot, but Spacey's character has an attraction to his daughter's friend, and from there, it's just a whirlwind of controversies and suspense, and it's a fantastic movie. I can't say enough about it. I can't wait to watch it again. I can't believe it took me almost 20 years to watch this movie, but I'm knocking them out slowly but surely. And yeah, this is just an excellent movie. Definitely check out American Beauty. Number 7 is The Green Mile. Stephen King, another great adaptation of one of his novels. And it has to do with inmates on death row. They call it The Green Mile. And you have Tom Hanks, Michael Clark Duncan. It's just a phenomenal movie. It takes basically place in the prison on the Green Mile for the majority of the movie. There is some narrating with Tom Hanks' character when he's older in a nursing home. But it's a fantastic movie. Michael Clark Duncan's character is accused of killing 2 little girls. And we find out throughout the movie that he, in fact, didn't kill the girls. He was trying to help them. He's like an angel in this movie. And when he was executed, it was just so sad. And yeah, I love this movie. Anytime it's on TV, I'm watching it. It's phenomenal. So definitely check out The Green Mile. Number 6 is The Mummy. Yes. Uh, Rachel Weisz and Brandon Fraser. Uh, great movie centered around the curse of the mummy. Imhotep, the gentleman who plays Imhotep, he's freaking awesome. But he is buried and been buried for 3,000 years. Along comes Fraser's character and his buddies rushing in there. And at first, they're just there to fight the war. He is left for dead to walk the desert. We find out that he survives. He's in prison. And he knows the location of where to find the lost city and Imhotep. And so he is hired by a brother and sister to find the city. And from there, they accidentally unleash the curse of the mummy. And so he has to track down, the mummy does, the 5 jars so he can become whole again. And it's a lot of great fun. It's a great movie. I did enjoy the sequel too. I haven't seen the third one, but this one and the second one are great. But this movie especially, Brandon Fraser is at the top of his game. And yeah, definitely check it out. Coming number 5 is Sleepy Hollow. Sleepy Hollow. I went to go see this movie in theaters back in 1999. And the reason I remember this movie is I actually had, I believe I was on a date when this movie, we went to go see it. No, I take that back. No, it was a different movie. But I did go to the theater to watch this movie, and it was fantastic. Johnny Depp plays Ichabod Crane. He is sent to Sleepy Hollow to solve the mysterious murders of several residents who've had their heads decapitated and taken by what they call the Headless Horseman. Christopher Walken, even though he's not really credited in this movie, he plays the Headless Horseman, and he does a great job from the time that he's in the movie. But this is a great murder mystery. I wouldn't even say horror movie. And Johnny Depp as Ichabod Crane is just phenomenal. I love this movie. Anytime it's on, I'm always watching it. It's just phenomenal. And sorry, that's my phone. We'll get rid of that. Sorry about that. But yeah, Sleepy Hollow. It's a great movie. Comes in at number 5. Number 4 is Deuce Bigalow, Male Gigolo. Now, critics really didn't take to this movie, and I'm not surprised. But I don't care. This is an hysterical movie. It's by far Rob Schneider's best solo film without his buddies. It's about a guy who cleans aquariums, fish tanks, whatever. And he is asked by this male gigolo to watch his fish in his place while he's gone on a business trip. And while he's there, he accidentally breaks his fish tank, which costs thousands of dollars. And so in order to pay for it, he decides to become a low-grade gigolo. And from there, it's just hilarious. The women that he takes out is so funny. Amy Poehler in this movie steals it. I love her character. Her character has Tourette's, and it's not nothing to, be personal and make fun of. But it's just a movie. But it is hysterical. Her character is great, especially the scenes where she's in the car and at the baseball game. It's just phenomenal. A lot of laughs. That's a huge bitch. I love this movie. It's a classic in my opinion. It's very underrated. And for those who don't like it, I'm sorry, but you're missing out, in my opinion. Number 3 is The Blair Witch. Oh my God. When this movie first came out, everybody thought it was real. And it took off in the box office. This was one of the very first found footage films, and the best, in my opinion. It's about these trio of kids who go in search of the Blair Witch legend. And while they're out in the woods, they do have a map, but eventually they get lost. And they can't, for some reason, find their way out. And they keep going around in circles. And eventually, we see their deaths on their camera that they're using. And the creepiest moment in this movie for me is the ending where the dude is standing in the corner, just facing the corner. And then all of a sudden she gets knocked down. And then the camera stops rolling eventually. And yeah, it's a phenomenal found footage horror movie. And to this day, it still stands up. And I love the sequel they made in 2016. I love what they did there. The brother of the girl is going in search for her after all this time because they found the tape. And they want to find out if they are still around or what happened. But yeah, this original movie was made on, I think, less than $100,000 or something like that, and it made over $300 million, I believe, or some big number. Don't quote me on those numbers, but it made a lot of money and became one of the best, if not the best, independent movie of all time. But yeah, number 3 for Blair Witch. Number 2 is American Pie. Yes, I love the American Pie franchise. I even like the straight to DVD movies, The Naked Mile and The Book of Love. But the 4 theatrical releases are freaking awesome. And the original movie will always be near and dear to my heart. It was a year after I graduated, so I could still relate to this movie about a bunch of horny teenage guys who want to lose their virginity, and they have picked prom to do it. And they all have their different ways about going about it. But the characters, the writing, directing, the comedy, everything is on point in this movie. It's nonstop laughs. Eugene Levy is in every one of these movies, including the 4 direct-to-DVD films as well. And this is just a lot of fun. If you can't laugh at this movie and just have a great time with it, then I really, really challenge and just think you don't have a sense of humor. Yes, there's some newness and everything, but it's just so funny. Like I said, I don't understand how you can't laugh at this movie. But American Pie comes in at number 2. And my number 1 movie of 1999 is The Matrix. The Matrix is a great movie, sci-fi action movie. The role for Neo was really originally intended for Will Smith, but he turned it down to do Wild Wild West, which financially wasn't the best thing for him to do. Even though Wild Wild West still made some profit, it was not nearly as much as what The Matrix did. And The Matrix relaunched Keanu into the atmosphere because after Speed, he really didn't do anything huge until The Matrix. And he does a great job. And you have Lawrence Fishburne in this movie. And it's fantastic. And I don't mind the second movie. The third movie kind of, it's just okay. All honesty, I don't think we needed 2 sequels. I think we could have just done better with just 1 movie and combined both films together. But regardless, the original Matrix movie is one of the best and deserves the number 1 spot in 1999. So in the comment section below, give me your top 10 movies of 1999. And if you don't have a top 10 list, then just name a few that you love. And did you agree with my list? Let me know in the comment section below. And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. And don't forget to share these videos with all your family and friends. I appreciate each and every one of you for supporting my channel. And check you later.